We return to Spain for round 7 of the 2022 FIA European Historic Rally Championship, with the beautiful province of Asturias hosting the event. Located 500 kilometres northwest of the capital Madrid and nearly 1,000 kilometres west of Girona, the Rallye de Asturias Historico is based in the town of Pravia, the ancient capital of the Kingdom of Asturias. Pravia is surrounded by farmland and mountains, with Spain's northern coast just a few kilometres to the north of the town. With the championship entering the final stages, a good result on the Rallye de Asturias Historico will be crucial for the title aspirations of many of the drivers taking part. The Rallye de Asturias Historico will feature 10 special stages over 2 days, with a total rally distance of 278 kilometres. The first leg will feature 2 stages, with both being run twice. The day begins with the 13.69 km stage at Hotel Rey Salo, which will be followed by the 11.41 km stage at Puerto de Occidente. The second leg will feature 3 stages, which are also run twice. The day starts at Aragones, which is 13.87 kilometres long, which is followed by the longest stage on the rally at Pravia, which is 14.58 kilometres, with the 12.37 kilometre stage at Salas being the final challenge. The Subaru Legacy made its FIA World Rally Championship debut in 1990, with the ProDrive developed car taking a season best of 4th in Finland in the hands of Marco Allen. Colin McRae won the British Rally Championship in 1991 and 92 with the Subaru Legacy. In 1993, the Scot scored the first WRC win for Subaru, winning the Rally New Zealand, which was also the last rally for the Legacy before the team switched to the Impreza. There are 2 Subaru Legacies entered in this year's championship. These are driven by Spain's Antonio Sainz and Hungary's Peter Magos.
Yeah, the first idea has to have one car different to what most people was using. So I always have in my mind, since many years ago, due to Colin and to Carlos, the idea of the Impreza. But looking at the cars available up to year 90, then I discovered the Subaru, which on those days was mostly a gravel car. So, and that was, I remember Colin's days on the early days in the UK Championship. And so I decided to investigate this car for later on making a transplant to an Impreza. But then I asked my brother and Luis Moya, who used to work with ProDrive, to help me with people in ProDrive. So they gave me very good names in the UK. So basically all the parts are from period, and just we built a shell with all the specs from the old days. We improved a little bit just the roll cage, and we built an exact copy or replica of the car. And after that, I was very happy because for a Group A, the car is quite simple and very reliable. So apart from some trouble with the inlet temperature, which is like the weak point and the brakes, the car is fantastic. Very easy to drive, really for silly drivers like me. And so extremely happy with this car.
first day would see 4 stages run in the afternoon into the early evening. The weather forecast was for rain at higher altitudes, and the Spanish weather was as good as its word. With heavy rain falling on some stages, tire choice was critical to setting a competitive time. Zippo and Nicola Renner led the way and set the fastest time on all 4 stages, the 4-wheel drive of the Audi Quattro coping well with the tricky road conditions. The Italians were over 2.5 minutes ahead of the closest EHRC competitors and 6 minutes ahead in category 3. The closest car being the Porsche 911 SE of Francisco Casas, who was a minute ahead of the Ferrari 308 GTB of Andrew McAlpine. Mats Marcel and Esko Juntler were fighting for the Category 4 lead with the Subaru legacy of Antonio Sainz and Carlos Risco. The Ford Sierra RS Cosworth 4x4 set the fastest Category 4 time on stages 2 and 4 to finish the first leg of the Rallye de Asturias Historico 9.8 seconds ahead of their Spanish rivals in the challenging conditions. Antonio Sainz was having an issue with his windscreen fogging up in the wet conditions, which hampered the progress of the Subaru on the wet stages. However, the Spanish crew were able to set the fastest Category 4 times on stages 1 and 3 to stay in touch with their Swedish rivals and finish 60 seconds ahead of the number 3 BMW M3 of Walter Jensen and Erik Pedersen. In Category 2, the number 5 Porsche 911 Carrera RS of Paolo Pasuti and Giovanni Campis was leading the way, taking the fastest category time on each of the 4 stages. However, this was only half the story, as there were the slimmest of margins between the number 5 Porsche and the number 6 Ford Escort of Will Graham and James O'Brien. On stage 1 the gap was just 0.7 seconds and on stage 2 it's just 0.6 seconds. On stages 3 and 4 the Italians were able to pull away slightly, but at the overnight stop the gap was just 6.5 seconds. In Category 1 it was a battle between the 2 Flexify Rally Team Fords, with championship leaders Ernie and Karen Graham in the Ford Escort Twin Cam going head to head with the Ford Cortina of James Potter and Caroline McCormack. In the wet and slippery conditions, the Ford Cortina was making the best of it, with James Potter setting the fastest times on the first 3 stages of the day and was 50 seconds ahead going into the final stage on day 1. In the drying conditions, the Ford Escort managed to go faster on stage 4, but by only 1.8 seconds. And for the first time this year, the Ford Cortina of James Potter and Caroline McCormack was the Category 1 overnight leader.
So Andrea, how did it go today?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm really happy because we push very, very hard for the first stage. We found a different type of the weather because in the morning it's a little rain, but very, very high fog in some stage. So it's very, very slippery. But we drive on the edge. We have a lot of fun in the first stage. After the third stage, I showed that Ferreiro have punctured, so we pull off the throttle. At the moment, we are first and lucky.
So how did it go today?
We are here and we are very happy when we've been here. It's very slippery roads and little dangerous for us. Yes, it's nice to be here.
And what was the weather like?
Yes, I hope it's been much better tomorrow.
Did the rain affected you a lot?
It's much dust upstairs and the old man see not so much. So it's good. It's the same for everybody. So yes.
So once again, you are having a great battle with Paolo. So how did it go?
Yeah, it was really good. It was very slippery on the first couple of stages, but then it was a little bit better the second loop, and yeah, we really enjoyed it, and it was good to get round, and yeah, really great to have a good battle. It's always more enjoyable when you have another competitor that's close with you, so we really enjoyed the battle. Yeah.
And how was the weather like today?
Yeah, very, very wet, but it's fine as long as you got the right tyres. We had the right tyres, thankfully, so that was good, and yeah, just try and keep in the battle tomorrow.
So James, you had a great drive today under tricky condition, and it's the first time this season that you are ahead of your teammates. How can you just talk us through your day?
It's just gone very well. The conditions seem to suit me and the car. We have very low horsepower, but I managed to use all of it. I think the more powerful cars were skidding their wheels around, spinning around everywhere and not getting the power down, so it just suited the conditions perfectly.
And can you just talk about those famous conditions?
Wet and very slippery. I found them slippery, and with this car, if it steps out of line, it frightens you because you haven't got the power to power out of the skid. So we enjoyed it. We had good fun. Good fun.
And tomorrow should be a dry day. So what is your plan?
My plan is I will go as quick as I can tomorrow, but I fear that all the people I was quicker today will overtake me tomorrow. But that's life, We're having good fun, and that's what we're here to do. Enjoy the stages, enjoy the scenery, and have fun.
The second and final day of the Rallye de Asturias Historico was set to be warm and sunny, much to the relief of the teams and drivers. It also meant there were more spectators on each of the 6 stages to watch the action unfold. Overnight lead meant the pressure was off the number 1 Audi Quattro, but Zippo and Nicola Arena were not going to sit back and cruise to the finish line in Pravia. The Italians set the fastest time on all 6 stages to extend their lead to nearly 5 minutes at the end of the 10th stage, the Audi Quattro not missing a beat. Zippo took his 5th Category 3 win of the season to seal the Category 3 title for the 2nd year in a row. Antonio Sainz and Carlos Risco were on a charge to finish at the head of Category 4. On the opening stage at Agones, the Subaru finished 19 seconds ahead of the Ford Sierra Cosworth to move into the category lead ahead of Mats Marcel and Esko Juntela. The Spanish crew then posted the fastest Category 4 times on the remaining 5 stages to finish 81 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Mats Marcel and Esker Juntler were unable to match the pace of the Spanish Subaru, but were able to maintain a gap to the BMW M3 of Walter Jensen and Erik Pedersen. By the end of the 10th stage, the Ford Sierra was 86 seconds ahead of the BMW, despite Jensen going quicker on stages 8 and 9. In Category 2, Paolo Pasuti and Giovanni Campis got their day off to a great start, finishing stage 5 14.1 seconds ahead of Will Graham's Ford Escort to extend their lead. However, on stage 6, disaster struck when an issue with a wheel meant the Italians had to pull off to carry out repairs before continuing, costing them nearly 16 minutes and any chance of taking victory in Spain. They set the fastest Category 2 times on the remaining 4 stages, but the deficit was too great to make up. This handed the win to the Ford Escort RS 1800 of Will Graham and James O'Brien, with Graham claiming his second win in a row and finishing the day 3 minutes 22 seconds ahead of the number 7 Ford Escort of Jesus Villarreal and Alejandro Alvarez.
2 left and 2 left. It's a turn 4 right. Turn 4 right. Into 2 right. 40. Long 1 right tight.
After making the most of the wet conditions in the Ford Cortina on day 1, James Potter knew the dry conditions on day 2 were going to suit his teammates in the Ford Escort twin cab. James Potter and Caroline McCormack held on to their overnight lead on stage 5, but with the Escort being 30 seconds faster in the dry, Ernie and Karen Graham swept into the lead on stage 6. By the end of the 10th and final stage, the Ford Escort twin cam was 2 minutes 17 seconds ahead of the Ford Cortina to record the 6th victory of the 2022 season for Ernie and Karen Graham and sealing the Category 1 title for the British couple.
1 right through houses, turn 4 left at junction. 1 right through houses, turn 4 left at junction.
While the number 1 Audi was the runaway Category 3 winner, the fight for the minor podium places was quite intense. Andrew McAlpine and Andy Ball were challenging hard for second place in the Ferrari 308 GTB, and on stage 5 set the second best time for Category 3. They then moved up to second place with the retirement of the number 8 Porsche 911 of Francisco Casas. However, the number 11 Porsche 911 SC of Fernando D'Amico put in the second best times on stages 6 to 10 to finish second, 39.1 seconds ahead of Andrew McAlpine's Ferrari and Tim Jones's Chrysler Sunbeam.
So Andrea, another win today and precious points for the championship. Can you talk us through your day?
Yes, it was a perfect weekend because we have a lot of fun. We won the race, we won the championship. What I can want more than this, no? So we have a lot of fun because yesterday the race was raining, and I have a lot of enjoy under the rain. The only problem is the fog because it's in the one stage with a lot of fog on the top with high speed, but so we won 4 stage yesterday, so really happy. And today with the sun, it's really a lot of enjoy.
So Antonio, well done on your first win of the season. Can you talk us through your day and your weekend?
Yeah, the weekend didn't start very well. We started the first stage well, but we had a problem with the heated windscreen, and we suffered a lot yesterday. So the result yesterday wasn't very good, but we were confident today to recover both in the Spanish Championship and the European. And today it was our first rally. New co-driver, excellent. He's a top co-driver. So today we have the goal to catch the 2 Sierras, the one in the Spanish Championship, the one in Mirsel in the European. It was very good on the first loop, so we were confident, and we finished with a good advantage, and we are extremely happy. We don't have many chances, of course, in the championship because we don't have results, but I hope to be in Elba and after in San Remo.
So Will, congratulations on your second win in a row. Can you talk us through your day?
Yeah, we're really pleased to have come with the category win. It was a really close fight with our Italian friends. It was a shame to see them have a problem there, but still we're delighted with the result, and yeah, pleased to have brought it home.
What did you think of this rally this weekend?
This rally was absolutely lovely, very compact, lovely stages and great competitions. This is it was really good fun. That's why we do it, and we really enjoyed it.
Next event is Elba. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, looking forward to Elba. Again, it's a rally we really enjoy, and it's a really nice place to be and great stages. So we'll see how we can go there as well.
So well done today. Can you just talk us through your day? How did it go?
Yeah, we had a brilliant day today. After falling behind a little bit yesterday evening in the damp with the wrong tyres and things, today being a dry day, we had the right tyres from the start, and we had a completely clear run. We really enjoyed driving the stages. They're very special stages here in Asturias, and that was a real privilege to do that. But now that we've won the category, 6 wins out of 6 starts, and we won the championship, we're delighted. Also, Our teammates won their category, so I think we've won the team award. Flexifly Rally Team is the team champions as well, so double celebration this evening.
The next event on the calendar is the first of 2 visits to Italy, with the 34th Rallye de Asturias on the 22nd and 24th of September.